Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Tuesday, September 28th, 6:06 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. Let's get started. The market's not exactly inspiring this morning, but it is doing stuff. So, as always, BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. Looking at the Bitcoin universe in squares, we're seeing a bit of a flickering between red and green day. We're starting to get a little bit of a green day in general here, looking at the hourly chart. That is nice. Things are just now peaking on the green side of things, so I like seeing that. Plan B, he's made some pretty good predictions, and they've in general been pretty accurate. So maybe his future ones will be also. And he mentioned there is also a more fundamental reason that we see weakness in June and possibly July. My worst case scenario for 2021, price on chain based, August greater than 47K, September. I should just say August 47K. I think he's talking about lows here. August 47K, September 43K, October 63K, November 98K, December 135K. So he's kind of been pretty correct as far as August and September goes. So October 63K, I will take it. Anybody who's bought it any time, including today, would definitely be in profit at that point if they bought. Plan B, he seems to still be accurate. Everyone likes his stock to flow chart, and let's just see how accurate that ends to be. I just kind of forgot. I didn't think about it. Now I realized I was talking about highs or lows. The August 47K, that was the high. September 43K, I think, was the high. So let's see. I think he's talking about highs, not lows. So October 63K high, I'll take it. November 98K high, December 135K high, I will take it. Those would work. I'd love to see it. But today we have on spot trading volume on Binance, 18 billion. That is zero pretty much. There's incredibly low volume, 3.2% up last 24 hours. For derivatives, futures trading, 55 billion. Need to see at least 70 for a good day. 50 billion will do, but still up almost 3% last 24 hours. So a little teeny bit of volume there, but extremely low volume across the market. Looking at all trading pairs on Binance. Refreshing this here, looking at blockchain volume. Bitcoin trading volume, 3.2 billion last 24 hours. Zero. That just means the network is on. The master nodes are running, and wash trading is happening and such. So basically, we have a zero volume morning, in my opinion. Early this morning, around midnight, we definitely saw some longs getting wrecked. People were a little bit hopeful. Those longs got wrecked, and right now we're seeing liquidations. Let's see the last hour, about 85. Oh wow. Well, not even a million shorts wrecked, about 1.4 million longs wrecked this past hour. Anyway, but definitely early this morning, a lot of long sentiment got eaten up, got wrecked there on the big exchanges. So people thought we're going to see some action, but we have not. So anyway, we're hitting today really, really, really flaccid. Bitcoin is asleep. And so is the crypto market in general, it kind of looks. All right, looking at Binance for Bitcoin trading, longs versus shorts on Binance. For Bitcoin, 61% long, 38% short. That's a pretty good long bias for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, 62% long, 37% short. Definitely a long bias for Ethereum. Looking at Bitcoin on the daily chart. All right, we've been flittering around between a red and a green doji. It's green right now. It has wicked down to the 314 moving average. Let's see if we can stay above that 314 moving average. We definitely want to continue ranging between the 200 and the 314 moving average here. 200 on top, the green one. The blue one is the 314. We want to stay above the 314. Make a challenge and break above that 200 moving average. Look at the MACD. We had a positive tangent yesterday, but this morning's been a little bit volatile, so we lost it. Histogram still showing a positive trend. Let's see if we can get this tangent to click upwards on the daily. That would be just a spiffy thing. Let's look at the 2-hour MACD. How's that looking? There's a 3-hour MACD. I want to see the 2-hour MACD. 2-hour MACD is negative, but it's the tangent is towards the positive. So we definitely had a shake off this morning a little bit. 6 hours, still positive on the 6-hour. Turn positive on the 12. So let's see if we can get this daily MACD for the tangent to turn positive. Keep on going here. One thing I did notice is on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, we are well below the 200 moving average and the 314 moving average. That isn't too hot. All these indicators show the possibility of a turnaround. It's really, really indifferent. I mean, the wave chart oscillator, it could click up. It's in the right spot to do it. Stochastic RSI could turn up. KRI is turning up. Squeeze indicator is showing a lack of momentum, even though it is in the green. Anyway, just a damn boring morning. It's just, I'm going to call it a shit morning, to be honest with you. So we are seeing higher lows, though. So, first low, higher low. I'm going to call it just a barely higher low and then a higher low. So we have this trend going, and that's a good thing to see. So we'll see how this rocks out. It's the 4-hour chart. Let's look at a 45-minute chart for Bitcoin. 45-minute chart for Bitcoin. You can see that slight upwards trend. We're below the 200 moving average on the we are below the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. That's kind of crappy. Indicators are beginning to show a turn up. The wave chart oscillator by Lazy Bear is definitely showing a nice oversold turn up. That's pretty powerful. Directional index is starting to chill out a little bit. Squeeze indicator shows a lot of downwards momentum. KRI is about to flip green probably. So let's look at, we are seeing a little bit of some nice candle action here. Maybe we're going to see a little bit of a push this morning. Definitely this recent dump here on the 45-minute chart while we were sleeping, boom, has wiped out those longs. That if we look back at liquidations, you can see those last night. You had like around 11 o'clock, you had like 11 million longs get wrecked. Midnight, 16 million longs, a million in longs. And then it continued around 1 a.m. Almost 7 million in longs got wrecked. So definitely last night we had a bit of a shakeout, which is making for it, which is kind of why we lost this upwards tangent on the daily MACD. But we are seeing it still positive. It's all right. I'm sorry, it's not very jazzed this morning. Anyway, we're moving up. You saw it. Look at that little wick there. Isn't looking too bad. We tried. It's trying to push up. Let's look at the 15-minute chart here. 15-minute chart, yeah, it still can't get above the 200 moving average. What I would do for myself, I'm going to just go do other things today. I'm going to put an alert and see for when we get above the 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin versus USDT. Squeeze indicator is beginning to show some upwards momentum there. Directional index just flipped green like that. The ADX is in the right spot. KRI is looking good. Wave chart oscillator by Lazy Bear is cross positive. The stochastic RSI is trending down, but it's in the sweet middle zone, the buy zone in general, as I call it. And let's see if that tangent turns up. 15-minute chart looks like we might be seeing a little bit of perky action. Look at that wick; it's getting bigger. Look at that. And see if we can get a push once we cross above. In general, I tend to avoid trading until Bitcoin has been above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart for at least 12 hours, or 24 is even better. 48 is great. If you can get it even a sideways, but above the 200 moving average, I find that it's much easier to get into alts and make some extra, either USDC or USDT or Bitcoin. Or ETH for that matter, however you're trading. Looking at Ethereum versus USDT here on the 4-hour chart, doing what Bitcoin's doing, sideways, below the 200 moving average and the 314 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Boring. ETH versus BTC. This is kind of interesting, but really it's not a good setup yet either. I do like that, like I say, if the market starts moving, of course, ETH might outperform Bitcoin stat-wise. I love making the ETH versus BTC swing trades, but right now, at least the ETH is sticking close to this 200 moving average, but it is below it right now. These indicators look, we're beginning to see some upwards momentum on the squeeze indicator. Directional index had a moment of green. That's not bad. Overall, this is pretty weak, but if Bitcoin starts moving and ETH starts moving, I might hop in this. If it gets above the 200 moving average and it's outgaining Bitcoin, it might be a cool trade. Sol versus BTC broke below the 200 moving average here on the 45-minute chart. It's the 4, yeah. So it's been riding the 200 moving average pretty hard. I think Sol does want to pull away from BTC. I could see it, but right now it's going the wrong way. So something that I'm watching. How about screw it, Sol. ADA. I was a little bit hopeful for ADA. It had that conference recently, but we're not seeing any love really. So it's still the Fibonacci SI made it here on the 45-minute chart. if we look at that, we are still riding this 618 moving average pretty darn hard. I'm sorry, not 618 moving average, 618 fib line. Definitely a respectable place and a good place to bounce. That is the 314 moving average is right there also. So this is definitely balanced territory, but it's just not, just doesn't have any luster. You think after that conference, they mentioned they're going to like partner with Dish Network. I think there's a partner ring with Link. So it's a big conference. They're doing stuff, and we ain't got nothing going on here. Chart does show a potential for some upwards movement, but we're not seeing it yet. Let's do some fun other coins here. Let's do Doge, USDT, just for some fun. How's that looking? Doge versus USDT, not a daily. Give me this 45-minute chart here. Doge versus USDT. Not too sparky. How about SHIB, USDT? Not too sparky. How about XRP versus USDT? Anybody having some fun out there? How's this looking fun? Above the 200 moving average. The whole market just needs Bitcoin to push a little bit. I think once Bitcoin gets above that 15-minute 200 moving average, I think we'll start to see some action. Let's see what else. Link, USDT. How's that looking? Link. Nope. No love. I'm not seeing anything that's exciting. But look at this. So we did have this wick here on Bitcoin. Now we're getting another nice green candle here on the 15-minute chart. So do watch for this 200 moving average cross on the 15-minute chart. I think when that happens, if we can break that and start moving, I think we'll start to see some excitement. Is that showing we're seeing a little pump in volume? Let's look at that. It was 3.2, just refreshed. Come on now, 3.2. Anyway, let's see. Well, let's take one more quick look here. Let's refresh this. Sorry, this is a little slow. Coin 360. Let's refresh that on the hourly here. Is anybody really green that we see? OMG, waves, KSM. So, sorry about that. Now it refreshes. Now we're seeing a lot more green. All right, who's got some percents here that's worth looking at? Okay. Anyway, sorry to keep you guys. I'm not seeing any big percents really sticking out. So at least the market isn't. Oh, Uni. Let's actually look at a Uni. And sushi swap. Let's look pancake. Let's look at Uniswap. Uni versus USDT. How's Uni versus USDT doing? Up. There you go. Recently, a beautiful crank above the 200 moving average. I think that happened right around when China did its recent FUD, because everybody's running over to DeFi from China who can get to it via VPN. And this chart in general is looking pretty good, but I don't think it's going to move any further until Bitcoin starts moving. How about Pancake Swap, USDT? Okay, so I'm not sure how. It was just Pan. Okay, well, there we go, everybody. Sorry, not very electric this morning, but that's just how it goes. Make Teslas not tweets, the coolest shirt in town. Meet your friends, tell them what you're about. Let get those beautiful peaceful revolution conversations started with people. I gotta change this graphic. The world's not going to shit any longer. It's doing just fine. Anyway, remember. For every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit banker cries. And hopefully today gets exciting. If it does, I'll come back on, because this morning's boring in the market. Boring. Take care, everybody.